Greetings folks, Rome21 here, and welcome back to another toy review. Since we are less than a month away from the movie's release, today we are taking a look at the Hasbro Chomping Indominus Rex. Let's get that thing centered. There we go. And I'm holding it for a reason, and I'll explain that later. There are many other versions of this dinosaur released by Hasbro at different price points, but this is the big one. This is the most expensive and largest Indominus Rex that Hasbro has done at the time of this recording. Hasbro did a very good job on the detail and painting on this toy. All the spines, creases, plates, folds, muscles, stretching skin, all looks really good on this toy. All the teeth are individually painted, the inside of the mouth individually painted. I believe the eye is more of a sticker than anything else. It's almost like a press-on sticker. I'm sorry I'm not getting some too many close-up shots. This toy is extremely awkward. And again, I will explain that here in a moment. But everything on it is fairly well done. The painting is what it is. I mean, it's essentially a gray-on-gray dinosaur. So there's not really a whole lot they can actually do with it. There we go. One thing this figure has over pretty much any other toy I ever review is it actually has like gimmicks, lights, sounds, movement, which honestly is a little more than I think I can handle. Most of mine are just static figures that stand still. But I'll show you what it does. I'm going to grab the back here real quick. And so a lot of this might not show up, but okay, so that's one. Okay, that's another. So far, I've found 3 varying sounds on this for as long as I've got a chance to play with it. The back does light up. You can't see it very well under the lights, but this part of the back has some LEDs in it. It'll either go yellow or red colored. Of course, when you pull the arms down, it makes a sound, jaws open, which is nice because the head's actually rubberized, which is really cool. It's a nice touch. It's kind of like the old Kenner toys were, which is really nostalgic for me because that's what I grew up with. The only thing is because of the arm movement that it activates the mechanism, there's no real playability or movement in the arms because they're all linked to that. It only goes so far back, so far forward, and both the arms move with it. The legs do rotate, but they're a little weak for the body. The thing's really kind of heavy, and honestly, that's why I'm holding it, because you have to really tilt it up and back and up, and then a less than correct posture, almost like it's like rearing up or looking up, which doesn't really look ideal, but that's the only way I could really get mine to stand. And it could just be mine and its feet might not be exactly positioned properly, or it's something a blow dryer can fix. They were even nice enough to include the old school JW, like the old JP logos that were on the original Kenner and Hasbro toys when they did the Jurassic Park 3 line, and that extra line after that. But aside from that, and this being a really nice figure detail-wise, and like I said, I was with the rubber and all those nice touches, one thing that just drives me nuts about every single one of these toys, every single one, is this. I'm going to turn around. Oh, now you got to stand up for me first, sir. There we go. Ma'am. That would be more correct. There we go. Screw holes. This is so unbelievably annoying to me. I know it's a cost-cutting thing, or because it's made of plastic and how they have to adhere it together, and the figure's not extremely expensive for how big it is, but, I mean, really, come on. Charge an extra $2 to $5 per figure and fill in those holes. Aside from that, that being the biggest flaw, the holes for the screws absolutely drive me nuts. Wouldn't care if it was on the bottom. I don't care about the seam line here or here. It's a $30 toy. It's not going to be perfect, but that just irks me so bad. But aside from that, some of the proportions are awkward. The head's quite large. The arms are way bigger than they need to be and longer than they need to be, and the tails, of course, a hair on the short side. But again, that's all down to packaging, and for the gimmick, they need bigger arms so they're more robust to the head to move, and the head needs to be bigger for probably all the mechanics and everything. But other than that, that's real minor stuff. Aside from that, it is a great toy. Here's the all-important height comparison that I almost forgot to do. It looks like the figure is about 8 inches at the hip. We'll measure it properly as most real-life dinosaurs are actually measured. And lengthwise, it's about 17 to 20 inches long with the tail. I kind of had to guesstimate. I just used Hydra again as the ruler it has been deemed to be. But that is the measurement that I have, which is actually a pretty decent size toy for the price that you actually end up paying for it.
Oh God. She's killing for sport.
You got 20,000 people. You got no more boats. You don't have enough guns.
See, everyone? She does actually stand up. Now, this is the history portion of the review, and this one will be a little bit short, because at the time of this recording, not a whole lot of information is available on Indominus Rex, as the movie isn't even out yet, and honestly, I don't want to go in and look up some spoiler-ridden write-up on it, and I know I'll watch the movie anyway, but I just prefer not to know everything about it. But anyway, Indominus Rex is the primary antagonist, if you want to call her that, for the upcoming Jurassic World film. It's going to be released in the US on June 12th, 2015. The dinosaur was engineered for Jurassic World to increase foot traffic and sales, add some more excitement to it. Instead of using just an existing dinosaur, they decided to splice genes and aspects of other creatures into this one. Some actual noted ones on the Jurassic World website are the horns and protrusions on the head and going down the body, which are similar to stuff like the Carnotaurus and the Giganotosaurus and other Abelisaurids, and I might not be saying that properly, and I apologize if I'm not. Latin is definitely not my forte. Outside of those dinosaurs that's mentioned, we don't really know anything about what else is spliced into this creature. Some interesting things to note are, just from what we've seen in trailers and images and such, is an extremely aggressive / defensive territorial animal, willing to kill its own offspring or fellow dinosaurs, so clearly not very gregarious or social at all, as it's stated in one of the trailers that she killed a sibling. Also, the creature is extremely intelligent, not sure how intelligent. Looks like at least Velociraptor, if not more intelligent than that. And the last thing for me, and I think probably one of the most important or overlooked aspects, is the fact that it actually has an imposable thumb, which is practically non-existent on most animals that aren't primates. So I think that's really important, and it might be leaning towards what other creatures they've put into this. However, when the movie actually comes out and I review another version of Indominus Rex, once more information is available, I'll gladly do a more robust history on this animal.
Something's wrong. They're communicating.
We're talking about an animal here.
A highly intelligent animal.
There shouldn't be too many stores that do not have this figure yet. The official release date for these toys, from what I've looked into, was May 11th. If you don't have it in your area, it probably won't be too much longer. I paid $30 for this beast. You should be able to find them anywhere between $30 and $40 between any store and more than likely online. Do I feel this is worth it? Absolutely. The size, the price, the details make it one of the best buys on the market right now. Sure, it has a few flaws, but the positives more than outweigh it. Yes, even the horrible screw holes on the side. If you have not gone out and got this figure already, I highly recommend you do. And don't wait too long if you're still on the fence about it, because while these are available now, they'll quickly disappear from store shelves, and you'll have to get them on eBay, and the prices will be inflated, and I really don't want you guys to have to go through that. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching my first of many dinosaur reviews that you will see on this channel. If you'd like to give any input, please subscribe, like, and comment. I'd like to thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.